Hello, soccer fans. Welcome to Match Day 35 edition of Around the MLS Show with Sam here on SNSportsTV.net. Yes, you already know what time it is. My name is Sam, and you can be one of our growing list of subscribers on our YouTube channel, ASN Sports TV, Sports with a Z. Yes, that's the YouTube channel name. And also follow us on all our social media platforms on X. Follow us on X, like our page on Facebook, and also you can go to our website asnsportstv.net because we tell sports stories in a unique way on that platform. Yes, welcome once again. With just 4 matches to the end of the MLS regular season before the 2024 MLS playoffs kickstart, a lot of teams are consolidating their position in both East and Western Conference, and officially we are entering the crunch time of the season. So wherever you see your team where they are right now, that summarizes what they have been doing all season long. This match day 35 comes with a cross-conference showdown between the last 2 supporters shield winners. And also, it comes with multiple intense rivalries across both East and Western Conference, including St. Louis, who will be playing against city rivals on Sporting Kansas. And also, Vancouver Whitecaps and Portland Timbers will slug it out in the Cascade Cup match. So this week 35, a lot of intense rivalries, matchups across both East and Western Conference. Before we delve into match day 35, several cup games took place midweek. The US Open Cup finals between LAFC and Sporting Kansas, and LAFC defeated Sporting Kansas 3-1 to become the new champions of US Open Cup. And Kai Kamara, MLS legend, can't stop scoring. Let me play a clip of the 3rd goal he scored to put the icing on the cake for LAF. Look at the way he jumped, twisted his head. He knew what he was doing, and he directed that ball just where he wanted that ball to go. African Giants right there, Kai Kamara. And also, Club America defeated Columbus Crew 5-4 on penalties to win the Campeonas Cup. Yes, Wilfred Nancy and the Columbus Crew have missed out on another trophy. While Vancouver Whitecaps defeated Toronto FC on penalties to win the Canadian Championship Cup 3 times in a row. Repeat for Vancouver Whitecaps. So, as the regular season enters the final home stretch, 4 matches to go, several things are certain on this match day 35. A lot of scenarios are out there. You know what can happen for teams that are yet to clinch their playoff ticket to do that. 9 teams can clinch playoff ticket on this match day 35. 3 teams can be eliminated from the playoff contention. Yes, while we're talking about teams that will pick ticket, remember, some teams will also be eliminated if they didn't get the result and the ones elsewhere didn't go their way. 1 team can clinch home field advantage on this match day 35. So they can have a bye from round 1 of the playoffs. But to me, I think that bye has a little bit of a disadvantage because it makes the team cools off and stuff like that. All right, a match that I will have my eye on would be Seattle Sounders versus Houston Dynamo. Yes, and we stopped by at Dynamo training facility this morning, and this is the report I filed from Dynamo training ground. Sam, take it out from there. Hello everybody, yes, Sam here, SN Sports TV. Yes, we are out here at the Houston Sports Park where the Dynamo have stepped up preparation for their all-important away game against Seattle Sounders. Yes, the Road Warriors are back on the road. This is the name that Ben Olsen gave his team. And all through the season, I will keep calling them the Road Warriors. 8 road wins this season, club record against Austin Football Club last weekend. Can they make it 9th win on the road? Yes, Seattle standing there. Remember when they met in Houston, that game ended 2-2 apiece. So today is just a light workout, light training, as the team will travel tomorrow, which is Friday, to Seattle for that game. Just a point separates these two sides as the race for the playoff heats up. 48 points, Houston Dynamo, 5th in the Western Conference. Seattle Sounders, 47 points, 6th in the Western Conference. Just a point separate them. So we will talk about the scenarios that we might see that may aid Houston to clinch a playoff ticket. And we will talk about that right in the studio as we end the training session right here now. We will go back to the studio for the rest of the Around the MLS show with Sam on ASN Sports TV. Thanks for watching and thanks for joining us on this training edition. All right, that was me though. Yes, for Houston Dynamo, they are 5th in the Western Conference, 48 points. The team made history last weekend with their 1-0 away win at the Q2 Stadium against state rivals Austin Football Club, and that victory made it 8 wins on the road for Houston. And no wonder Benosian called his players Road Warriors. And they did just that. So they head back on the road one more time on March 35 at the Lumen Field against Seattle Sounders. So the team is very composed, compact, and they patiently waited on that day against Austin Football Club. And Coco Carrasquilla turning a loose ball from set pieces to give Houston Dynamo the lead, which eventually turned into the winning goal, on that match day. Houston Dynamo, they know how to be patient, composed, with great defensive work, and they waited for them to pounce on that ball, and they did just that. Houston are on the road one more time, so it's going to be a battle between 5th and 6th. While we talk about those that will make the playoff, let us not forget that there are teams that also will be eliminated from the playoff contention. Houston can clinch a playoff spot if they win at Seattle and FC Dallas loses or draw against Orlando City Football Club. So that is the playoff scenario for Houston Dynamo, going to this match day 35. And I believe that Benosian knows about this scenario. And Dynamo, like I said, they are very patient. They like to take their game, one at a time as it comes. All right, now let's go to Austin FC at home against Real Salt Lake. Austin Football Club, they will be at home to host Real Salt Lake. Austin FC playoff hope is a little bit precarious. When you look at where they are in the Western Conference, they struggled for consistency this season. Consistency has been their problem, and as they push for a playoff spot, they should also know that it is not in their hands for them. They just have to do what they got to do, and this game offered them a chance to turn things around with home field advantage against Real Salt Lake, who are comfortable in the playoff race. The team will look to capitalize on key performances from their star players. Sebastian Drusi has been underperforming this season and the team is struggling, and also they have to rely on their attacking style to exploit Real Salt Lake defensive frailties. Can that happen? Austin are 11th in the Western Conference, just 9 wins this season. So let's see how they can turn it around. Now we have 4 games to go as they push for playoff. Like I said, it is not in their hands, but they just have to win their games and hope that result elsewhere will go their way. On the other side of the coin, Real Salt Lake, 14 wins, has had a solid season so far. They sit higher in the Western Conference table, and they are sure of making the postseason, but they cannot afford to lose focus with this game against Austin, with their eye on securing a better playoff position. Real Salt Lake will be aiming with the help of Chucha Arango. They want to win this game at the Q2 Stadium, and also they will rely on their experienced players and strong defensive setup to stifle Austin Football Club attacking threat. Let's see how that will happen. Q2 Stadium, that game is on Saturday, and you already know it's match day 35. The playoff race heats up in both East and Western Conference. So this is the scenario for Austin Football Club to make the playoff. Then I will give the bad news. Austin will be eliminated from the playoff contention. Austin will be eliminated from the playoff contention if, mark my word, if they lose against Real Salt Lake. If they lose against Real Salt Lake and Portland Timbers win or draw at Vancouver, and also Minnesota United win against Colorado Rapids. 2. Austin will be eliminated from the playoff if they draw against Real Salt Lake and Portland goes ahead to win against Vancouver. Minnesota will now go ahead and win against Colorado. Then Austin will kiss the playoffs goodbye. So you see, it's not in their hands, but they have to win the game. All right, let's go to St. Louis City Football Club in a rival game against Sporting Kansas. This is one of the games that Match Day 35 brings to us, one of the intense rivalries that we will see on Match Day 35. St. Louis will be fighting for their playoff lives. When you look at the Western Conference table, St. Louis, I think they are suffering the second season syndrome, and they are fighting to stay relevant in the playoff to avoid elimination and keep their slim postseason hopes intact. Can they do that? They are coming off of a 2-1 win at San Jose. San Jose already kissed the playoff goodbye, mid-season. And for Sporting Kansas, they lost 3-1 to LAFC, in the US Open Cup final. So it's going to be about playing spoiler because they are already out of postseason contention. They want to spoil St. Louis' hope. Sporting Kansas would love nothing more than to crush their state rivals' playoff dreams for the second time, in 2 seasons. Remember, they eliminated them last season, playoff. So now, if they go ahead to beat St. Louis this weekend, that is adios for St. Louis, in the playoffs. What a great game that game will be between Sporting Kansas and St. Louis City. Yes, that derby will decide if St. Louis will have playoff hopes or that hope would have been extinguished. Yes, Inter Miami are already short of playoff, but now they are going for a season point record. Will they equal New England Revolution 73 points of a single season haul as they go for that? They will be at home to Charlotte Football Club. FC Dallas and Orlando, that game will decide if FC Dallas will still have their playoff hopes in their hands. While Colorado Rapids, who are sitting comfortably third in the Western Conference, will be on the road against FC Minnesota. So this Match Day 35 offer us great rivalries, intense matchup, and cross-conference matchup. So who will pick the vital points and who will be eliminated and who will, clinch their playoff ticket? Yeah. My name is Sam. Thank you for watching Around the MLS Show with Sam here on MLS Sports TV.